J More, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. As always, we gonna break down this Raising Kanan season 4, episode 7. And in my opinion, the best episode so far this season. And it's been a slow burn this season. A lot of people would probably agree, but it's been interesting and it's had its moments. Everything that has a slow burn isn't always bad or boring, but I think that this season is starting to pick up, and I think now we're gonna, because of the previous episode, I say the 6th episode is really kind of starting off the season in a way, because we get the heat kicking up after we see what happened with Famous. Now with this episode with Mom Dukes, it's starting to add up. Maybe next episode, something with Marvin or Rock. We got Nique back. Ain't no more Nique at Night. You remember that Nickelodeon Nique at Night? You get to see all the old stuff running around in the middle of the night, creeping. It was Nique at Night. He coming around with some old stuff, creeping. Now he out in the day. He shining now. He get that shine on. He up here like Birdman Jr. with the little chinchilla. I'm going to put the link in early. If anybody wanted to come up and chat, talk about this episode. It was a lot that went on this episode. And I was a couple things that I forgot to mention on the first reaction that was hilarious to me. The first thing is, you better work. Come on, girl, like a girl. Do your thing and work. Why Jukebox? They bumping RuPaul in the club. Sunshine, work. Work. Come on, girl, do your thing. Work. I forgot to mention that. I was like, I know they ain't bumping this. She like, girl, we used to bump that when it was new. Suburbia Jones first in the building. What's good, my brother? How you feeling out there? Hope Lee, good evening. And it was a 9 for the episode. I think I came up with like an 88 on the Moscow, which I rounded up to a 9. It was about a 9 for me as well. Crystal, how you doing this evening, sister? Appreciate you coming through. Hope all is well with you. D. Renee, how you doing? Appreciate you for coming through. Rashonda, how you doing, sister, for coming through? My sister from another mister. Damian Kenny, Dame Dollar, what's good, my brother? Support Gaming, he update that year every year, don't you? You update that Support Gaming 2026. I've been noticing you've been updating it every year. How you been, man? Stephen Harris, my brother, what's good with you? Support Gaming, you give it an 8.5. Yeah. I can see that. I mean, I guess I might have landed right with the 88 because it's better than the 8.5, but almost a 9. You can round it up to a 9. I can see some people may round it down to 8.5, but it was good. It was a good one. Stephen Harris, I watched this episode. You give it an 8. Okay. Suburbia Jones, you get the last 2 episodes an 8. All right. That's what's up. I mean, for most people that's saying that they would at least give it an 8, it's kind of high because every episode don't get that type of response. Some people don't think so far this season every episode was an 8. You ain't late, girl. Encouraging warrior. You good, sis. You say you fashionably late, but I rated an 8. Rated a fat 8. A fat 8. So is that almost an 8.5? Yeah, it was a good one. Damian Kinney, you say the most go equal a 90 for Stefan's plan. Stefan's plotting with Marvin. Yeah, that was a interesting situation where after rewatching it again, and Marvin, his whole demeanor changed when he was talking about Rock. And remember, because it made me think about that Marvin used to be at the head of all this. And he used to make mistakes. Remember, Rock would love to throw that into his face a few times. That, that's why he don't need to be making these decisions and trying to run things, because when he did, he made a bunch of mistakes. Then he end up on the pipe as well. That was part of his backstory. Maybe I'm remembering something, but I could have swore he was on that glass stick, and and he was making a couple other mistakes. So I guess maybe he started probably feeling a little pressure, getting a little mad, as well as, his sister and you questioning what we doing. But I think Marvin started to feel a little pressure. Boy, you pressure. Do, 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 do. He got pressure. Damian Kinney is Marvin Breeze. I don't think so. If that turned out to be the case, everybody would be surprised, I'm sure. But I don't see that he could be Breeze. I think he would always call him Uncle Marvin. I don't think he would call him Breeze. Uh, Yvonne Cox, you give it a 7.5. Okay, so I take it you ain't like this season too much then. Because if this is 7.5, then you couldn't have. Do you think other episodes was better this season? I mean, you must not been enjoying this season that much. Difficult takes a day. That's a name for you. You said peace, G. Peace back to you, man. I hope every day ain't difficult. But you say it take a whole day to get difficult, so support gamer. You say Marvin is the 90s version of Kane. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. He was on that booger sugar. You remember that booger sugar, Yvonne Cox? He was on that booger sugar. Next thing you know, he was tweaking. He was looking like Pookie. It just keep calling me, sis. Capital A. I'm starting to wonder if a main character gonna get got at the end of this season. I'm thinking Marvin is in trouble. Also, I forgot to mention on the first reaction that, remember, Lulu wanted to get out of this life. But in this episode, in the beginning, we saw when they were in the kitchen that Lulu was saying he want to get back at this, talking about he want to whack Unique, because if Unique is coming for them, he coming for all of them. And so Marvin and Lulu and everybody, they ready to get their hands dirty. So what if doing all of this get Lulu back in a situation he ain't trying to be back in? He trying to get his hands dirty. Trying to pull this up. There we go. So, still wasn't it. But just like Jukebox say, I ain't in this for nothing but for fame. And the same way she ain't want to work with Kanan. I think Lulu trying to get in it for this one thing end up gonna backfire on him. And so we'll see. We already saw B Rilla caper. It went horrible. That caper was horrible. They didn't even need Batman to foil that caper. That damn caper. They didn't went rob the wrong house, the wrong people, and whacked them. That was just crazy. Let's see. Difficult takes a day. You say Jay-Z said difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week. So I named my channel that. That's a good point. I remember that. Jay-Z used to drop some lyrics. Yvonne Cox, episode 5, I think was the best so far because it was more powerful for me. You'd have to remind me what happened in episode 5 a little bit. I can remember when they found Famous. Was that 5 or 6? I thought that was 6. But uh, you know. Now I was talking about on my first reaction that Rock was wearing that black cat suit and it would be a little difficult. I'm trying to load this thing up and now it's frozen. Oh, brother. Anyway, I got a guest coming up while I try to get this fixed. I got Encouraging Warrior coming through. What's up, girl? How you feeling?
Hey, my dear brother Lucy.
Brother Noomsy.
Brother Lucy.
Then he started to change. He was like, he got the hell out of there,
Exactly.
closed
And
that
that's the
door.
same way. That's the same way I'm feeling about some of these characters on the show. They really starting to change.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. What you think about Unique's return with the butter pecan and Rock's reaction and all of that?
Like I said, she looked it like she saw a deer in headlights. That's the expression she had on her face. And I'm like, do she have any type of security, like any security system? Like it's like anybody could just walk up in her house.
Yes, and I've been saying that for the longest, especially as a woman. It's not like she could be fighting everybody and stuff. I'm glad they didn't make her know karate. Uh,
You
so
know, I mean, she can at least have like a dog or something.
something. If I was her, I would have security because even as a man, you can't be fighting everybody or something. So, and then in her business, she should always have security with her at all times. That's one thing I used
But
to say about Ghosts. He had no security other than what, Sean? Like you a public figure and you doing all of this, you need something.
but I do recall Rock saying something to Marvin because I think Marvin had said, "Yo, where's the security? Where's your people?" And she said, "Oh, I gave them the night off because of the neighbors." Was
Yeah,
like, yes, but still, like, why would you even move in that type of neighborhood? Like, and you doing the things that you doing? Like,
yeah. Because if she ain't ready, she should have been in a penthouse or something.
either in a penthouse or she should have been in the hood, like somewhere, secured.
Yeah, they could have secured the hood better with people hanging out in front of the house than where she at. But even a penthouse, what the doorman ain't gonna secure. I guess her lifestyle, she just needs somebody walking with her at all times, really. And that ain't because she a woman. It's because she dirty and got too many enemies. And so anyway,
Too many enemies.
you don't see Stefano by herself or
Nope.
or Pop and Sweets walking around by themselves. So she ain't operating on that level. But her reaction with Unique, I think, is one of the things that sparked his anger right here. Um, did you think he was gonna possibly hurt her when he was?
No. No, I think he was going to hurt her because, like, his new connection told him, like, look, I don't want no bodies, I don't want no drama, I just want everything to be smooth selling. You can't do that and you're sitting there dropping bodies. That's
Right,
bad for business.
right, and then he don't want to get in business with that because you gonna be hot. You bringing that heat my way because they trying to solve all these bodies dropping. So that's a good point. And they did show that reminder from a previous episode before we got started on this one. So that was good because I had forgot he told him that part, to be real with you.
And to be honest, like, I'm low key and noticing, like, Unique, like, the way his attitude is, like, he know who to snap at and who not to snap at too. You notice he ain't snap like that in front of them Italians. or
That's
to
true.
the dude over there in Trenton he was trying to get help from. He knew how to calm down then. But as soon as you get in front of a woman, and
Mm,
such as request Rock and his baby mama, oh, you want to snap at them, and they sitting there trying to talk some sense to you.
it's a good point. That's why it's good to have a lady's perspective up here because I ain't even noticed that. But now that you
Hmm.
say it, he has only snapped on the women, and even with the old boy, was whatever his name, Greasy, Chris Red character in the garage. Even him, he ain't really get too grimy with.
Exactly.
So that's a good point. We'll see. Uh, I mean, I think he kind of got it back in a way, but then when he was talking to his baby mama, it showed maybe he don't. But he came back with that chinchilla, and he getting to make these moves, and he was talking to Rock about how he been hitting it from the back real slow. Now he about
Oh my God, that was just unnecessary.
to. Yeah, like that part. That was a good part.
Nah, he was just doing too much. Like, if you gonna talk like that, you might as well just follow suit, you know what I'm saying? Might as well get a little something for old time's sake. But see, I guess his mom wasn't like on that, I guess.
You said get a little something, something for old
You
time.
might as well, but Unique, he on demon time right now, so he ain't thinking like
Right.
that.
Yeah. And she didn't have that type of energy, I guess, when he first walked in. I think if when he was eating that butter pecan, if she would have reacted differently, sort of similar to Pernessa, he might have started to question his ideas. But when she saw him, it was like, shit. it
I
is.
just want to know, like, where did he come up with this conclusion that he thought that Watt was the one behind all this that's happened to him? Where he saw right in front of his own two eyes his brother bashed him upside the head with a freaking, what was it, a pipe, a 2x4 or something.
Mhm.
Why aren't you redirecting all this anger towards him, even though he's dead? But what is you mad because she got to him first before you? Like, where's all this hostility coming from?
hmm See, the thing is, in Unique mind, he thinks Rock used Kanan to get with Ronnie and put the bug in Ronnie's ear to take him out, and then she'll take his spot and all his moves he was making, and then once that happened, they take Ronnie out, and then they got the whole kit and caboodle, and
But
so.
see, what he didn't know was that Kaden was out there doing his own thing, moving and shaking. He had connections with Snap and Pop, and through Ronnie, because Ronnie knew them, of course. And see, this is what I be saying. He's just sitting there, just going off emotion
hmm
like a female. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, he's giving me straight female tendencies.
Yeah, I mean that's true because he ain't using the info that he has. He just going off of his thoughts and feelings. And if he would have thought more about it with logic, then he would have realized just like Professor.
Exactly. I mean, as much as them two was hot and heavy in season 3, like, come on, the inevitable was bound to happen. Like, I knew she was gonna wind up getting pregnant. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I'm surprised she didn't say that.
Right, right. And AO to the V, he say I think early put that in his mind, and that's what they made us believe and they show, but like he only said it once or twice, and I
Yeah,
think
because he
only
was
once.
sitting there doubting himself.
Yeah, he was like, "Well, that's a big leap. Hold on,
Hmm.
all that." So yeah, he did say one thing, and then Unique ran with it, boy, like a baton in the Olympics. uh, Support game and say Unique got CTE.
Yeah, he got something, CTE, ADD, something. Like, he needs medical treatment. Like, he needs a CAT scan ASAP.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely got whacked. Didn't he get hit with a pipe upside the head or something? What he hit him with?
Yeah. Remember when Kanan was like they had found pieces of brain fragments on the crime scene. So
Yeah.
obviously, he must have his brain crushed in. Like, and I'm surprised he survived all that. Cause usually when you get injuries like that, they don't be making it.
Nah, yeah. If you got your brain cracked, your skull cracked, you need more than a veterinarian.
Exactly.
In a garage and a dude that work at Meineke. I know they say, better get Mako, but I think he was misheard that commercial. Yeah, if his head is really cracked, yeah, he should have been wrapped up.
He
But
needed more than some freaking painkillers. He needed some actual like surgery.
Queen Brielle said, "Hi, I'm sick of Unique."
Thank you. I'm sick of them too. I'm sick of them too, girl. Because I never used to feel like this. In the beginning, I was all goo goo gaga over here. Now they have officially turned me against Unique.
Yeah, yeah, he was probably between him and maybe Marvin, probably a lot of people's favorite characters. But now we left with Marvin. A lot of people like Lulu, but they kind of broke him down. So I don't know. Unique. I like that he trying to make a comeback, but he may have done too much that some people is not redeemable now for him. So
I want to throw this out there. It's because this was stewing in the back of my mind. Do you ever think we ever going to see a reappearance of Symphony?
nah, but they should have somebody for Rock because she's definitely don't
Yeah,
have.
because she needs somebody to lean on because she hurting right now.
Yeah, she don't have. But then again, she who could she really trust? And even like a guy like Symphony, a good guy, he ain't gonna want to go through all this drama that she got going on. I mean, it's just a little too hot for a regular dude to be trying to risk his life, even though she wear them cat suits. Catwoman, she supposed to be protecting, and now you got to protect Catwoman over here and try to find. I thought I had a full body cat suit, but this kind of dark. But when she was trying to tell Kanan about what to do, and you wearing this from head to toe onesie, she wearing a onesie.
Yeah, like damn girl, do you even own a pair of jeans?
I know, right? The way she dressed, it's not the same for a woman. It's very sexual, and for a woman that's in power, you don't
I
want to.
mean, I know you got a body, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, yeah, but golly, like, can you tone it down a little bit, make it like casual Fridays?
Casual Fridays. I know,
Like,
right?
for real.
Marvin, he keep him a sweater, don't he? He got a little sweater of the month club. They keep him a nice little leather sweater, but Jukebox, we see she went full checkerboard. She going and turn into a stud muffin now, so all she wears, checkerboard stuff and lumberjack.
Yeah, right. She looking like a straight lumberjack with that old, what you call them jackets, them brown jackets, them construction.
Carhartt.
Yeah, wear them car jackets.
Yeah, Carhartt right there, boy.
I ain't gonna lie, them Carhartts be the joint back in the day.
Yeah, they was. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody wanted a Carhartt coat.
And they keep you warm too.
Boy, Rock, boy, I gotta give it to you. You gotta have a bad confidence in body to be rocking these clothes and outfits.
Hmm.
They really dress her nice, but as far as a gangster, you don't see Sal Baselli walk around in a damn G string or whatever. Some what they call it, speedos.
Well, then again, look how old he is.
I know that'd be like old boy wearing speedos in Snowfall. Avi, remember he was wearing speedos and shirt
Oh
off.
my God.
Yeah, that's the equivalent. Like, come on, except she look good though. He don't, but
Yeah, she's rocking it well. She's rocking it, no pun intended.
right. She look good still. I ain't gonna put the same thing, but we see Pernessa, that's what I was talking about yesterday. They don't even got plastic bags in the 90s in the hood with the grocery store. She carried all these.
I
carried
mean, what
all these
happened to
plastic.
that car she had earlier?
Man, where's that money that Unique been doing, spending? Like,
Exactly. Where's that at?
right, we'd had some plastic on these groceries. She ain't had a little plastic for the vegetables. They rolled out. Unique
I
come.
mean, baby girl can't drive. She ain't got no driver's license.
I know, right? New York, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people don't drive as much as you think, although it is cars on the side of all these streets. Anyway, Unique popped up. Look at this. I don't know why it always show
Mm.
what you call it. What's his name? I don't know why I can't think of his name
Biggie
either.
Small.
Nah, that was
Why you look like him from Uptown Saturday Night?
that's the comedian Paul Mooney. That's Paul Mooney in the 70s. I don't know. My damn thing froze with the pictures. Whenever it freeze, it go to Paul Mooney for some reason. It's an old picture I had on here. But anyway, now it's unfroze. Unique come back and her reaction right there, that's the reaction that Rock should have had. Not
Mm-hmm.
the reaction of like, damn, you back. And so, she had the right reaction. He back, but like you said, he's not listening to reason. Even she tried to tell him when he was saying Rock and Ronnie. She like, I don't know about that one. So we'll see what happens in the end. I think he probably is going to end up getting her in trouble. And I mean, like maybe even getting popped because he's putting her out there in that crib, right? To protect her. She was saying that she wanted to do something for her mama. He's like, nah, F your mama. And so I bet you
Yeah.
she end up going to do something for her mama anyway, instead of sitting in there and somebody come and grab her or his son. Remember, they didn't they? No, they did. They did shoot at him when he had his son before. So
Yeah, that was in the beginning when Rock and him was beefing.
right, right. So ain't no telling what may happen. Somebody may snatch one of them up as leverage and probably push him over the edge because
No, Jay, not to cut you off. The part that got me looking at him sideways was when he said, "Oh, I'm not going down for you or for Jerome." I'm like, damn, you not like even your own son. Like you was like literally sacrifice your own son just because you don't want to be so quote unquote dead again.
yeah, he ain't listening, and then they ain't have nothing to do with that. So
That's what I'm saying. They victims in this.
mhm. So he ain't listening to reason, and I hope that don't carry on to him with the business world with these dudes, because then they gonna have a short leash with that, definitely, because like you said earlier, they said don't have any bodies dropping. So yeah, it's
I
gonna
don't even think Unique knows that his brother went behind his back and was sitting there making side deals with that Spanish guy and his freaking cousin, and he was sitting there sleeping with her.
mm-hmm.
He
Hey,
don't even know none of that was going on.
mm-hmm.
But you directed all this hate towards Rock instead of you analyzing your own, your brother. He was the one, like, he was giving you all the red flags. He was like, yo, man, when you gonna let me do this and do that? And Unique tried to tell him, like, look, it's not the same way that it used to be anymore. Things change.
Mm,
Ronnie wasn't trying to hear that.
yeah, he did turn into Ronnie, basically,
Like,
which
for real, it's just so crazy.
mm,
Literally.
mhm. Now, this episode, we saw Rock and Marvin try to go and talk to Snap and Pop, and they pretty much wasn't trying to hear it. And I think, man, and they got so many angles that they working against in this show. These two right here, she thought that they may be an alliance. They look at it as that she may be an opportunity. Do you?
Hmm.
Yeah, do you think that they may end up working with Unique too? And then she'll be all on the island by herself. They talking about war. They ain't gonna be able to go to war with everybody, especially
Yeah,
with.
but I don't think they know who is backing Unique, and we don't know if they're gonna want any of that smoke. If it do backfire.
Yeah. See, Rock, she, the way they have her operate in this game, you would think she had a bigger army or crew than she do. And from what we've seen, she on thin rail of almost being eliminated or out of business or both. So
You heard what Stefano saying? He was like, as we speak, your market share is going down.
facts. That's why he's
You
like,
ain't got no product. The streets is calling, but you ain't got nothing against it. What you think they gonna do? They
mm,
gonna go somewhere else. You think they gonna wait around for you?
mhm. Now AOV say what opportunity Stefano or Unique. I think the opportunity they talking about is Unique
Yeah,
because
they talking about Unique. They don't know nothing about no Stefano. I don't think.
right. But if Unique come their way, he can help do all the dirty work. He got a proxy war for them, basically. That they
Mm,
against Rock and them, they could use Unique to do it, and she could have 2 or 3 proxy wars going on. Yeah, Unique is part of the 2 or 3 of them, but it's with 2 or 3 people backing him, which she don't have anybody backing her in this. Stefano don't want to back her. You know,
and did
African.
you hear the crazy idea Marvin said? Talking about, oh, well, let's just take out Stefano.
Well, I got a theory with that, and my theory with that is maybe Marvin want to take out Stefano because he know it's only a matter of time before Stefano find out that what's his gravy he did took out a made man. And then that'll backfire on Marvin because that's your man you put in that position. And like he told Marvin, you responsible for him. You vouching when they was at that sit down. So, yo, this is your problem. You the one took out my man. I told you talk to him. You whacked him. You put this fool in. He whacked. And then Stefano said, the boss of all bosses, son. Oh, no.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, you messed up. And Marvin don't know that if he whacks Stefano, that's just gonna turn up the heat really for them to be wondering who whacking all our people. And then
Exactly. Then you gonna get them involved.
yeah, they gonna end up having to take out his whole family just to teach a lesson. They'll take out Rock, Lulu, Kanan, all of them. Maybe not Kanan because they got rules against kids. And technically, is he 18? I guess so. They keep trying to make him go to
No,
school.
oh my God. Kate is getting on my damn nerve. Like, seriously. Like, that situation going on with him and his crew. Well, he ain't even got no crew because when he went over there, the question of these niggas not even doing nothing. They just sitting around all la da 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 da, smoking, just chilling, like shit ain't happening.
I know.
And they're like, yo, did you see OC? Did you see where he go? They like,
Yeah.
nah, man, we don't know what happened.
Yeah, they don't have no money, so they don't have no motivation. They ain't trying to do nothing. And Kanan, he got too much going on to be trying to keep them out on their grind. He going in a million different directions, and he really need to be sitting in that apartment with them, making sure they do what they supposed to. You know, they
Exactly.
yeah, and he out running the street, keep telling them to do something like they regular employees or something. They ain't no regular employees. And then we see Kanan as he was driving, he saw Rock handing that money. So, like Frank say, Kanan gonna kill his mom. I don't. I wouldn't have thought that at first, but the way they setting it up and framing it, I think,
Yeah, it's a pattern going on.
yeah, they got a pattern in the show. And when they showed this, when I saw this, I thought, who would be doing this in broad daylight on the side of the street?
Exactly, man. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, as anybody could just drive by and see. I didn't understand this scene, but then after we was talking and I was doing a couple episode shows and people's comments, they put it that this is so he put it together that Rock did Famous. Because I was asking like how he come to the conclusion that Rock did Famous, and it's based off of this. Now, didn't she pay them for other services before? So maybe he's getting this confused. Do you think he's getting it confused, or did she really pay them to take out Famous? What do you think? Because he could be.
Man, I mean, they were saying like Rock is bound to do some grimy stuff. Like, look how she did D Wiz. Look how she did, you know, other things behind Kanan's back. I mean, who's to say that she didn't? Like, but then again, like Famous was like doing a lot of like questionable things, like putting all your business out on wax and for millions to hear. I mean, come on, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, you know what I'm saying? You add two to two together.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe she did it just to cover, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I just don't understand. Like, if you kill Famous, the evidence is still out there. He made two records. You know what I'm saying? The streets didn't need a body, and then he made that other one. I got murder on my mind, or whatever that other one was, and he was saying how he had killed Freddie.
I just think that especially back then, that would have been difficult to prove. Now
Now, yeah,
we seeing rappers get in trouble for their lyrics, but I think then it would have been more difficult, even though his lyrics did kind of say a lot. I think it was still vague enough that the police might not have messed with it back then, in my thoughts. But and which makes it weird about this police thing. They could have just said anybody whacked him or he missing, and then I don't get this police twist still. And so I don't know about Rock and the police, but then again, I wouldn't put it past her with her history. So, I mean, if he was jumping to conclusions, it wouldn't be a shock. We done seen people do that this show a few times, but I don't know,
I
man.
mean, they said when they found the body, they like he was tortured, and that he still had his ID on him. So, I mean, is that all you found on him? He ain't had no money, no, nothing
That's a good
identifying.
point. That's a good point about the torture thing because I forgot about that. Why would somebody just torture him if they was a robbery or something going wrong? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the mystery of Famous continues. What you think about B Rilla? AG in the comments said B Rilla is a jolly green punk. He didn't
Yes.
complete the job and ended up deleting innocent people. He gonna get caught for sure. Man, I can't disagree with that. I think that was a punk move. One thing that I did learn at a young age growing up is that if you're gonna do the crime, do the time. If you ain't ready to
Hmm.
put in this work, don't put in this work. And it was times where different things, and it ain't about whacking nobody, but just different things where I realized, you know what? If we get caught, I don't want to deal with that. This is more than I'm trying to get into. And I'm glad not that those people got caught, but I was punking on some things, and that's cool. It ain't for everybody. The problem is if you like Famous and you try to do this and you didn't realize soon enough this ain't for you. You know, I didn't want to go too far and do things I regret or be in situations I know I don't want to deal with what comes my way. If it mess up, then I'm gonna be on the run or something like that. So, I didn't want to do that stuff. I'm glad I was fortunate enough to know that. But B Rilla, this dude has them go to the wrong spot, take him out, and all he could do is look like this when when dude
I
walked.
swear.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You think so? I do think it's gonna come back. It's only a matter of
I
time.
hope it do. I hope it do. But I'm telling you, Big Brother got the hella nerve to be sitting there trying to kick Famous back in, talking about, yeah, man, he got that fake rap. Look at you. Look at you.
Right. What was he in jail for? I don't
Talking
remember.
about he had robbed somebody or something. Allegedly.
Yeah, see that he been doing the wrong things, making the wrong decision. So a recap for those that are watching that may not remember. This episode, we see D-Rilla. He get back with his boys. I've been calling one Baba Ak, his old TV wannabe slash Rob for the white. I guess he call it reparations, right? We're here for reparations, my brother. And they go to this little heist, and everything go wrong. First of all, he thought that it was going to be nobody there. Like, you didn't think to get the details of this heist together before you got at the front door? Like, that was crazy. Then he decided to stay. They take the keys. One of the things that I was thinking about the whole time when he got out the car is like he's putting his hand all on this car, fingerprints. I don't know. I'm a big fingerprint guy with this crime stuff. And I was thinking once those shots went off, hey, you got to break out. I've been running through the trees or something. I don't know, man. But again, that's why I say some of this stuff I know I wouldn't have wanted to be a part of.
Then on top of that, his man's just sitting there leaking all over the place. You know they're gonna find that.
And that's what I was going to say is going to end up getting him because where you going to go for this gunshot wound? I guess he's going to go to the vet as well, huh? The vet is very popular. Where is they going, man? They got the mob connections for, Humana or something? Because I thought they was going to have to go to Harlem General Hospital or something.
And this is what I be trying to say, man. Like, you hustling, making all this money or whatever. Yeah, it's good to, save up some money, just in case you pinched or whatever for a lawyer. But you need to be saving some money for you just in case you get shot and you need to pay for a doctor. You know what I'm saying? You need to start thinking like that because you're not made of, you're not invincible. You know what I'm saying?
That's for real. I mean, as Biggie once said, all the money I stacked was all my money for bail. So if all you doing is saving money to give it to a lawyer or a doctor so you don't go to jail or die, stop. It's no point. No point. Like I saw some things like that with people and they had a lot of money and then they caught cases and they was paying for lawyers and stuff and basically worked for lawyers.
Exactly.
You work for
Like, what
lawyers.
you doing it for?
Yeah, like nah, I'm not taking no risk to pay lawyers. Unless they made so much, but even that still. So,
I'm trying to figure out how much money was Rock paying her lawyer.
I know, right? Because he got took out. And he wasn't living in no mansion, but I guess it don't matter if you in a condo. He got took out either way. I was saying maybe be in the building. We show that's a good point. Nique at night gonna get you wherever you go.
And that's another thing. Like, if I was Rock, I would have asked him, like, yo, what was the reason why you took out my lawyer? Like, what was that all about? And then he's sitting there, all his feelings is
Mr. Coffee.
Oh, but I thought I thought you hate me. So why you take out my man?
I know, right? I had to give him a little vente grande. You know what I'm saying? Starbucks talk. Suburbia Jones, you say Jay think he Beretta now. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Hey, for real.
I know that right.
But you know what though? What I said is true, and that's our old school mentality of basically why you don't be a snitch. That's how snitching comes. Because you doing stuff you didn't want to or you really ain't made for. You get caught and now you telling. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know if you get caught, you telling. Don't do it with me. I'd rather you say I'm good than go and do it if we get caught. Now you telling.
Well, wait a minute. Another point. Let me hold up, Jay. Another point is if you're going to do a crime, do it by your damn self because you ain't going to tell on yourself.
Hey, for real. Unless you're an idiot, then
you're an idiot.
Right. Then lock your own self up. You lock yourself up. That's what you get. But don't don't lock up your partner that was keeping their mouth shut. You told on them. Like, oh no, that's the worst thing. So yeah, man. Definitely he making a bunch of mistakes. And I think dude getting that wound treated, it'd be simple things like that. That getting that
Yep.
wound treated gonna be they downfall to tracing them back. Um while I'm thinking about it now. We had Jukebox with that I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy. They was bumping
Oh
that.
my God.
No, they wasn't bumping that. They was bumping they should have bumped that right
No,
after
they don't come that.
fall.
You better work.
Yeah,
Turn to the
exactly.
left. Work. Now turn to the right. Work. Shante. Shante.
I know, right? All them songs have the same kind of beat.
Right?
We see her. I forgot this was the same girl that she saw earlier until I saw the replay of the when I watched it again and they showed the preview, and that was the girl that she was shy with when she first went into the bar. But now she done got bold and she was getting with Shorty and she had to pull that strap out. Shorty like, oh snap.
She pulled out that real strap. Hint, hint.
Uh, that was a good one. She pulled out that real strap, boy. She was all over old girl. But what you think about how she treated her? You think that was what was up with that?
Man, that was some dog ass crap. That's all I got to say about that. Cause all like she offered you something and like, okay, but I would have been kind of resistant, like, damn, you so willingly to just do that in a random place like that. Like how many other girls you doing it to like that?
I mean, would it? I guess women can have transfer the herpes. So yeah, I guess it ain't completely innocent. You know that you could be doing that. It ain't no problem. You could get the bumpity bumps, but
The bumpity bumps. Whippity whippity bump.
yeah.
And
But
that would have been her karma. Like,
uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know, cause I mean, we gotta understand. You gotta understand. She's young, so she don't know. Like, these are the chances that you taking when you doing spontaneous stuff like this in the bathroom with
Mhm.
random people that you don't know.
Yeah, when I was younger, I might have did something like that with a young lady, but I never thought I never thought of that part as being scary, although I didn't think about the bumpity bumps when I was younger. That I want to get the herpes and whip out my thing and be like, oh, it's like that for the blind girls. It's in braille. You can feel the bumps and know where it's at. Nah, that's nasty. So that's good that at least she didn't have to deal with that so far. But I never treated a woman like that afterwards. Like, nah,
Hmm.
ain't that? I'm good. HFG came through with a super chat. You said parties acting improved over the season. I was clowning him at first, but he was pretty good in this episode. He looked like he had seen a ghost. He talking about Partisan Fontaine, B Rilla is the character, and I was a little late on this super chat, but I appreciate you for the super chat. And
Yeah, appreciate for the super chat.
yes, sir, yes, sir. But yeah, man, his acting has improved a little bit. I thought he didn't have a lot of role time, but I was a little questionable, and also you got to work with what you're given. So I'm not gonna say he wrote that rap that he was rapping, but it sounded too modern, and so
Hmm.
I buy into it a little bit. Not that I was hating, like, man, that's a modern rap. He's up. Nah, but but now that we're seeing his character develop more, yeah, I think he's doing a good job. I agree. I like his character. It's not what I think a bad actor is if I notice and say, they a bad actor. Like you don't stay into the zone of the movie or show. You know what I mean? And it pops out, you be like, ugh. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that vibe with him. I'm still in the show when he come on. I might think something stupid about to happen, but I still think it's part of the, So Damian Kinney say when Kobe got caught, didn't he snitch on Shaq? Yeah, he did. That was whack. That was real whack. Because Shaq, what he did have nothing to do with when you got caught. Kobe
Well,
got
now
it.
you gonna drag me in your mess.
I know, right? Because your marriage messed up, you gonna mess mine up. Let me be caught on my own. HFG say that Jukebox treated that girl like a $2 pro. Hey, for real. And you could take
Yeah, right. Like
it a long
that
way.
was cold.
Hey, and you could take a $2 pro a long way. You can have a lot of fun, but it is a limit, and then you're gonna have to up that ante. And Jukebox, shorty, you know what? I thought and I guess I thought because of women, but I thought she was gonna like fight her or something. But then, well, no, I wouldn't because she got a gun. Now that I think about it, she ain't about
Yeah,
to.
Dookie got a gun.
Yeah, she just had a gun. She ain't about to go hit that damn girl. She ain't about to say nothing. She about to enjoy that crunch and munch meal and sit your ass down. That's what you about to do. You about to pistol whip that little girl. You know who she looked like? She looked like what was her name? Tink in Color Purple. Uh Harpo woman. No, that wasn't Harpo woman. That was Squeak. Squeak over there. Anyway, that's a little old reference, about 50 years old. So. Suburbia Jones. Oh, Corey Washington said that Suburbia Jones. Yeah, Unique killing the lawyer was poorly written. This scared up criminal is floating around NYC stalking multiple people with a hoodie and nobody notices him. Really? Yeah, I agree. And it's the him walking around at night with the hoodie. I mean, yeah, it's probably a lot of people in New York maybe with that. But how could he get into some of these buildings or places like when they had that shootout at the Asian place? Nobody has cameras. Nobody, like, I get it. It's not today where it's a camera everywhere. But some of these big buildings or businesses, they would have had cameras in the 90s. The 90s ain't the 50s, you know what I mean? The technology was there, and they would have had it on some of those places just for basic security reasons. So, I don't know. That was my thoughts. All right, let's get to the biggest scene of the episode. We got to talk about it before we go. Rock ended up doing the do, taking out her mama, giving her the lethal injection. It was a very emotional scene, a tear jerk, and most people, if they have older parents or parents that's been a mess at one point or another, they probably had some thoughts about this. Some people say Rock was probably doing the right thing, trying to put him out the misery. Maybe Rock maybe realize, hey, she tried, or maybe Rock. You think Rock would want Kanan to do the same? I don't know. What's your thoughts on this? It's a lot of things with Rock and this with the moms and the boys wouldn't do it. I alluded to, young boys first love is their mom, so it was probably a little harder for them. Whereas young girls love is their daddy. So maybe it was a little different for her with mom, but then again, you my only daughter, you my only mama. Anyway, what you think about this scene? It was very touching. They tried to mix the drama in here with a lot of other stuff. What do you think about this with Rock and Mama Dukes?
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time coming. I mean, she needed to have that discussion sooner or later. Better, have it now than, be regretting it afterwards when she passed. So it was necessary to have this heart to heart discussion. And like, it was just really heart wrenching because like you can see the desperation and in the mom's eyes and stuff like that. Like she's ready to go. Like she made her peace. She don't want to be in pain no more. So even though yes, that's a heavy burden to put on somebody to do something like that, but I guess see me, I'm a spiritual person, and some people are against, like, if you do decide to take yourself out, you know what I'm saying? That's a no, but
Going
I
down
guess she wanted.
crazy.
I guess if she felt like it would be easier if she let one of her kids do it. And it's surprising that she asked Marvin first. Like, what made her ask him first rather than asking Rock?
I think because he was probably there the most, maybe. I'm guessing. But then again, he is the oldest. So maybe she thought maybe he could handle it and he's there. I'm guessing. But I still think she should have did it herself. But
Mhm.
because as well as you, I think you ain't going to the upper room. You going to the basement
Mhm.
for this stuff. Not to say it's a guarantee that you don't or where you go
Mhm.
anyway, but I think that escalates your chances. But some people look at it as like mom in this situation that I'm gone anyway, and that it's just me suffering. So some people see it as maybe a good thing. I don't know. It's a very controversial situation, and I give Power credit for trying to address this, topic.
Mhm.
Because a lot of us, our parents, getting older if they still around, and this generation something else. I tell you, boy, they something else.
Exactly. Like some of these kids, they like to the point where they don't even want to be responsible for their, older parents. Like they just rather just throw them in a nursing home,
Yeah,
and
that's
and it
sad.
is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And in the end, we all think about how long you want to be around and what you want to do, but nobody want to have a low quality of life that you still.
Mhm.
So it is a very touchy subject. I don't say or claim to act like I got the answer to it all. And then it's what everybody believes. Some people believe this or that, whatever. I
Mhm.
don't know. But I think here's another question. So how is this gonna affect Rock moving forward? Is she gonna be like, I don't give a damn about nobody, no, but she already kind of feel that way. So is she gonna get harder? She gonna get softer? Is she gonna realize that all this stuff she doing ain't really as what it's cracked up to be? Maybe she should be with family, or is she gonna lean into the game harder? You know?
Well, I mean, I hope she take heed to her mom's last words. Meaning, make sure you and your brothers are taken care of, and most of all, make sure you take care of your son. But I think I don't know, ain't no coming back from that because like the damage is too much. It's too much has gone on for it to just be back to normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Mhm. That's true. Miguel say, "Yo, Jay, off topic question. You haven't gotten your YouTube plaque yet. You deserve it." Yeah, well, that's life, man. You don't always get what you would like or deserve, but you gotta earn it or make it work. I don't know, but you got to have 100,000 subscribers to get the first YouTube plaque. I don't have 100,000 subscribers, so that's what made me when I saw your comment. I just say, but please hit the like. I'm gonna put, please subscribe too, because hey, I guess I don't deserve it because I don't got it yet. You know, when I get it, I guess that's when I deserved it. But I appreciate it. I know what you mean. I try. But hey, it is what it is, We can just keep trying to grind and control what we can control in life. Some people may be working a job and they ain't get that promotion they feel they deserve. Well, maybe you're right, but you know, you gotta just do what you can. You know, you can't always get hung up on certain things. You know, you may see people successful. I see there's some echo. Mute that for a second while you get your echo straight. But some people be more successful at doing things, but hey, man, you never know what everything add up to. So just focus on you, and that's all we can do is control what we got going on. You still got an echo.
Okay, I'm gonna leave out and come back in.
All right. We about to wrap it up soon anyway. So while I wait for her to step back in. Yeah, you know, I try to just focus on what I can, you know, but I appreciate it, man, and I'm working on it. We'll see. We'll see. Before I go and get out of here, I'm gonna try to get a couple more questions right quick, and then I'll tell you my thoughts. One more of these things for the episode. Corey Washington said Shaq ruined his own marriage. He recently exposed himself and stated he cheated on his wife multiple times and messed things up himself. Of course. Of course. The thing is this. He didn't need Kobe to say nothing. She know. She there. She lived with it. They do whatever. The truth, as it say in the Bible, all things done in the dark will come to light. Again, I'm not a preacher, so sometimes I get a little, I don't like to say too much like that, but it's a lot of stuff that's true. So it is what it is. Stephen Harris, you came right on time, man. I'm about to get up out of here in a second, man. What's going on with you?
Oh yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I see. Though I can't even. I seen Unique already done took over Rock Corners
Uh-huh.
though because yep.
You
And
think
then
she gonna
either
be able
much
to get it back?
she gonna have to get some help
Yeah.
because you know Marvin and Snaps and she went to Pops and Snap. They said they're gonna be watching on the street, and then you know that they gonna end up trying to make a deal with Unique.
Yeah, that's what I think. Let me ask you this, since I ain't talk about this with Encouraging Warrior. What you think about Kanan and his money being missing with
Oh yeah,
OC?
I mean, Kanan money being missing with OC.
You think
I
he gonna
mean,
find him?
yeah, oh, he's gonna end up finding him.
What you think about this dollar left? How would that make you feel? Leave
I mean,
$1.
they'll make you feel broke.
Definitely gonna make you feel
I'm
broke.
telling you, because that money in that stash house came up missing.
Hmm. So Miguel said they amped up Unique. I think I like seeing him back a little bit. It's not, I didn't like Dirty Nique in the
Yeah, though,
dark.
because either much Unique either much told her you were told Rock you was over there at that warehouse because and you know that Rock ain't had nothing to do with running getting killed. And then and you know Unique though he don't even much want to believe because his mind is all messed up.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And the more I was talking today with Trinae about that brain damage, I don't know. I think they better slow up with that because
Yes,
if he
because
gets
either much
cracked like that,
feel yeah, because either much feel Russo already taking over Rock's calling with a unique Q. And
mm,
then because either much he done killed Rock found out Unique done killed that her lawyer Andrea. And then
mm,
and you know that Rock need to come up with something because you went to Snaps and Pops. They said they gonna be watching out there on the street, and you know they do not like no Rock.
mm-hmm. Yeah. She
Yeah,
got a lot of enemies, and
yeah, she got a
he
lot of enemies, and then and so is Stefan because he either much want to get rid of want to move Rock out of her position to replace her with her brother Marvin.
mm-hmm,
Because Stefan already told Marvin, you know, Unique is taking over these restaurants, so and he doing Stefan though doing everything what it takes though to survive because he don't want to get off into no war.
Mm-hmm.
With Phil Root on his people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's smart because that ain't gonna do nothing but bring more heat on his operation. He already being watched by the feds as it is, so he definitely don't need to be behind bars. And of course, Rock don't listen, which is probably why he want to get her moved out of the way. Now, when he say to Marvin, moved out of the way, do you think he was suggesting that she get taken out, or just talk to her and have her let
No,
you?
I suggested that she's gonna end up he gonna end up trying to throw her out of the back door because he don't want her running any businesses.
Hmm. Now, one thing I did notice is at the end of this episode when she and Marvin was talking, and Marvin told her what was going on, he didn't tell her that he Stefano asked him to put her aside. He didn't let her know that. So I'm wondering, is he, even though he told him no, is he considering it still low key? Because he didn't tell her, hey, look, when I was there, Stefano asked me to set you aside. He didn't say that.
No,
So
he didn't say that. And then because either much though Marvin told him you either much had me to go take outside.
and
Because Rock didn't either much want to go do it.
and she tried to say, like, you keeping secrets from me, but like he say, I ain't got to tell you everything. He may end up keeping this information in his back pocket, and I don't see him maybe double crossing her, but it ain't good. It ain't good that they got this little beef going with everything. So we'll see how it all play out. I wouldn't want them to take out Stefano because I don't think it's that easy to be taking out all these bosses that they take out in these shows, but we'll see. You
Yeah,
know,
because and then you already know when Patricia either much seen you because you know when she dropped her bags and the oranges either much flipped out of there in the middle of the street. And then when she seen Unique though, she was happy.
oh yeah,
When
that's
she
how
seen
it's supposed
Nachi,
to
the
be.
much know he alive.
Right. And
And
that's
then
how it should have been, that excitement.
yeah, though, because it's a matter of time though that even much Unique even much she told to my you know Running Rock was the one took your brother out and he still don't believe it. He get that going crazy. Talking about
Hmm.
you either much against you either much going against me.
Hmm. This another good point I noticed may be possible. Miguel, you said the old Chinese man plotting, Jay. I saw him with that look out the window. I
Yeah,
saw
because he
that
ain't
look
happy.
too.
He
No,
is
he
not
ain't
even much
happy.
happy.
He ain't happy at all. He don't like the black dude sitting in the restaurant. He don't like the fiends coming in his restaurant. He don't like none of this. He might ruin everything and just put in the word with the cops or something anonymously
And
and
then
blow
probably
everything.
will flip on Rock.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff happening that that's
Yeah,
out of their
because either much
control.
then you either much got Kane, either much you got Kane either much going over to Crystal talking about it. I feel like Rock either much killed famous. And then either much Crystal telling Kane, I love you and all that. And look, you know you can't trust nobody
Hmm.
in the
I got
Power
my man
universe.
Young Slim in the building. What's good, brother? How you doing?
What's up,
Yo,
young
what's up,
Slim?
man? What's up? What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up, man? What you think about this episode, man?
I think it was better than last week's episode.
Yeah, I agree.
It was better than last week's episode.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was wrong about a couple things, but I mean, that's if Rock did really have famous killed, and then yeah, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know if she actually did that. What maybe Kanan. I don't know. I don't know what he saw, and he don't know what he saw. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. He don't really know what he saw. That's a good point. And then because of the distrust he got with Rock, if she tell him something, he probably won't believe it no way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
yeah, they
because either
Um.
much
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because either much Rock though, either much got enemies because you see a Unique though one name, and we already know it was coming because I know Unique was gonna cut a deal with Snaps and Pops. It ain't gonna be looking too good for Rock.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, they got a lot going on. What you think about Rock taking out moms, boy? Rock cold, ain't she?
Man, that makes me think she did take out Famous. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that kind of like, wow, you can do that to your mom. She didn't
No
do it out of when
hesitation.
she did it. It wasn't out of a place of love. She did it because of hate.
yeah,
You
because
think
she was
so?
going. George Thomas was getting up out of there. She was going through the pain and the suffering and the misery. So Marvin wasn't gonna put that legal ejection needle in her, and Lou wasn't gonna do it either. So
Mhm.
Because
Rock
they love
ended
her.
up
They
taking out
love
Right.
her.
It's because they love her, so it
because
would
she
have hurt
was
them as
Yeah.
well. You
Rock
know.
did it, but it wasn't out of a place of compassion. It was out of hate.
So
yeah
what you
because
think
they didn't
about
have
them
the heart.
crocodile tears?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I want to talk real quick. Like am I bugging, yo? Is Jukebox like I'm talking about this is like the actress.
Right.
Are they hiding her? Like she's wearing a lot of crazy baggy
Like
clothes.
she pregnant.
Like she's pregnant. I think
Yeah,
she's
because either much
pregnant.
jukebox. I'm telling with jukebox though, Marvin either much Noah jukebox been going up under the furniture get his gun used because he told her hold on to the gun for a while till things either much settle down because jukebox is really not about that lifestyle. Marvin is about that life
But
because
he
when
talking about in real life, she looks
I'm talking about real life. I'm
yeah
thinking
Amy Kilgore. See how she looks big right here?
I
And
think
then,
she's pregnant. I think she's pregnant.
yeah, she
They
may
they
be.
they did the same thing to if you guys ever watched Snowfall to the ant when she was pregnant.
Mm.
Like it's like season 2 or season
They
3.
did it on Power with Tasha when she was pregnant.
Yeah. Like I think
They
I
shot
think
Tasha from the chest up, most of
I
it, and
think
then
Jukebox is pregnant.
yeah, hey,
I
look
think
at
she's
right
pregnant.
yeah oh yeah Haiti Kelly though oh yeah because she be on TikTok.
Oh yeah, what she be doing dancing?
No, she just be up there talking
Uh,
on TikTok to the audience.
Look at her
uh,
gut. Look at her gut. She looks pregnant to me.
yeah, it's possible. Hey, you know it ain't from the show. One of them girls ain't do it. They was licking that jukebox. That's about it.
Yo, you know what that scene reminded me of in the
What?
Tupac movie when Tupac is on the dance floor and I don't know if you saw it, but the
Yeah,
Tupac
check
movie
it out.
you get fellatio
Right.
on the
So,
dance floor. That's what it reminded me of. Like, do girls do that? Do girls do that? I don't
hey,
know. I ain't
if
knocking
you
nobody.
Tupac, if you Tupac, they do.
I guess it's 2 box.
Two box.
2 box.
Two box Shakur in this mug.
getting dome on the getting dome, bro. Wow. Like, okay. I
See,
didn't even
I'm
know
the
that was possible.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know women did that like that. I ain't in the life. I guess I'm a square.
Yeah, me too. I get just
For
getting
real.
dome, huh? Getting dome just out there, huh? Just like
I
that.
know.
Okay.
Right? But she would have said they was pigs though. And blasted them. Chew box. Chew box Thomas. Chew box. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh man. I just thought that was like, oh wow. Oh, okay. They
And
getting
I was
down.
surprised too. I didn't know that the women were as forward like the gay men be. I've heard stories
Yeah.
of gay men. They, oh my goodness,
Oh
they go
wow.
crazy. I
Caught me
know, and
off guard.
they for real, and they can have a loaded gun. It
I'm
hit you
like, yo,
with
I
a hot
saw way more episodes of The Shy, and I ain't never seen nothing like this.
shot. Yeah, the shy exposed me to a couple things too, though.
Yeah,
It was good or
like
bad.
putting off the tuxedo and having a John right underneath it.
All right, I definitely ain't know all that.
Me either. They wear it all day.
They was getting boy.
Oh man.
Speaking of getting it in, we saw earlier that well in this episode that B Rilla had them wrong people whacked, and then when old boy walked in, he was like shook. What you think is gonna happen with B Rilla with that move with getting them people killed?
I feel like B Rilla exposed himself as a fraud. He's a fraud, bro. A fraud. He's just a rapper. He's just a rapper. He ain't no gangster, dog. He's just a rapper.
No, because he really ain't even much built for the street of life. Because Phil Russo, when he stepped in, he said that his house was either much got robbed or 2 people got killed. Because he looked at shook.
Yeah, he was showing, his thong was shown in that scene. Like, and the way he was acting during the whole thing, like, what? Why'd you set it up if you worrying about what's going on, bro? Like, why you getting somebody's house invaded if you care what's going on? You ain't gonna, like, come on, dog.
That's
what
true.
You do it for?
That's a good point.
Now you all sensitive and all. Like, come on, bro. Stop.
Right, because he thought it was this dude that was whacked, which
yeah.
You about that life, and you was so worried about this. That's a good point. He ain't really about that life, which is
at
good.
All.
He ain't about it, but then it's also bad because you caused these problems still for some people that was minding their business. And you think he gonna be able to recover?
I don't know, dog. Like,
he's gonna come back and hunt him if that man find out though. He B really had something to do with his house getting invaded and 2 people got killed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with B Rilla at this point, because B Rilla, I don't know, man. I believe
I don't see him surviving out this season.
I don't think so either. I don't think he needs to survive either. Like,
no, he ain't really adding a lot.
No.
Miguel said if they took out some mafia people, killed some mafia people, they gonna kill B Rilla and Lou. That's a good way to make it come back on Lulu.
I see Lulu surviving this. See, they're not gonna kill him off. His character going all the way into season 5 for next year.
I heard you say something early, Jay, when you said that Marvin did not tell Rock that Tony Danza wanted him to take her spot. And he didn't say it. And that was the most interesting thing to me. I don't know, because I thought he was going to tell her.
And Stefano want her. Stefano either much want Rock out of the way because so he can either much give her brother her spot. Just because he don't trust Rock running his businesses. Because
Rock got a problem with everybody though, Steve. Yeah. Like, he got a problem with everybody. She got a problem with everybody. She don't get along with nobody. Not her son, not her brothers, not her mama, not nobody. She don't get along with nobody.
And Pops and Smokes and Pops and Snaps Cracker, they don't like her.
Nobody does.
Nah, nobody does.
And Quan don't either.
Yeah.
And Kanan was like, and he didn't kill you? Why not? Like, I thought that was kind of weird too. Like, oh, okay. Yeah.
That was
like, not Mom, I'm glad he didn't kill you, but he didn't kill you. Why not?
And that made a lot of sense because if he trying to take you out and do all this, why you doing? She talking about because whoever behind him don't want no bodies dropping. Yeah, right. They like they wouldn't have cared about her as much, but then again,
Stefano. And Stefano, he trying to cover his ass though, so he can either much survive. He don't even much want to start no war with Phil Russo them.
So is this the plan? Jersey is trying to get the 5 families to kill Stefano for them. Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, because Unique done took over her corners.
Yeah, I mean they basically putting pressure on each other, like he said, without them having to do it. But if they get these other people to take out Stefano or put him out of business, then they gonna try to take his turf probably. Like you a Jersey representative.
Yes, sir.
Jers come through New York and take the quarters and they just run away. They just flash the flash the heat.
Yep. And Rock is paying those cops off to watch over her. Then you can see Kane riding down the street, and he looked at spooked.
So you saw. All right. So you saw The Wire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when they didn't have anything to put on those blocks, because at this point they're saying that Rock ain't got nothing to put on the blocks, right?
Right.
So
right.
when Stringer and all them didn't have nothing good out to put out on those blocks, those blocks got basically taken over. You can't hold territory without having good product.
That's
period.
True. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna stand on the block saying just
no.
Here.
So what was Rock's people gonna fight over a block that they ain't even got nothing to sell? That's basically what they say.
Great.
You know what I'm saying?
Great point. Great point.
It was easy for them to take it over. It's easy to take it over because she ain't got none, because she can't get along with the Asian fellas or anybody else.
Right. Right. And I didn't think about that point, but yeah, wow, because I was saying it would have been some shootouts, but I'm thinking everybody getting money. But if nobody was getting money and they just standing there, they probably wouldn't have gotten to no shootout for that. They know when they get work, all right, we'll come back then, but now forget it.
Yeah, so, they don't. They made it a fact to say that they didn't have anything. They didn't have anything, so it's easy for Unique to take the blocks because they don't have anything.
Right. Right.
So that's how I see it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about it with the not having nothing. I was just thinking because we live here. But then again, we live here, so when we do have something, we'll be back. So that's just like it would probably happen anywhere on any block if ain't nobody have nothing. I doubt they would do that. You know what I mean? They wouldn't fight for nothing. So
you ain't gonna fight over a block if you ain't got nothing to sell.
Right. Right.
You no products, no you ain't got no connection or no you ain't got no army.
Mm-hmm. Before we get up out of here, let me ask you about OC. Go ahead, Steve. What you think gonna happen with OC?
Dude, Kane need to find OC. Need to not beat the hell out of him for stealing his money out of that Unity stash house.
The Unity stash house. How you know the name? Hey, that's a good point though, because I had said, and somebody put in the comments earlier, how he know what storage unit to go to or whatever. Like I'm thinking of a real storage place. I know he ain't go to some place where he got the only locker in there. So like how he know which locker was his, what to do, what to cut. I was thinking that was a lot to figure out, but I don't know. You think we gonna see OC again, or he out of here, Slim? What you think is his fate? Is he gonna be the next one under a mattress?
All right. So I remember saying this last I believe last week. I'm like, yo, them kids is all his workers is with OC and shit because Kanan wasn't treating them right. They're not gonna turn on him because Kanan wasn't treating them right. They asked for more money. Like, oh, see what happens. See what happens. You know. So I knew they wouldn't turn him in, and they told him a lie. The whole listen. If he catches that kid, good for him. But I don't see how he is at this point, unless this kid comes back like I'm the boss now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. The ring is mine.
Yeah, I could see him doing that if what you said is true, that he bought them out and stole them from him. Then he could say, I'm the boss now, and they'd all be surrounding him, and Kanan can't do nothing, basically.
Yeah.
But if he didn't buy them off, and then he do that, I think he's basically sealing his own fate. But
it's the same thing that Kanan did to the white dude, the bike, the courier dude. You know what I'm saying? It's the same exact thing.
Yep. So and that's
you
what
happens.
Disloyal people, they'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people get in
So,
relationships with somebody that was with somebody that was cheating, and then you get with them. They was a cheater when you met them. They was cheating with you. So
yep,
don't be surprised if they cheat again on you.
yep. You ain't
You would be looking
special.
For
suspicious if they
real.
cheat on you. Your
Yeah.
ass would be, you would be back by yourself, single and lonely.
You
Mhm.
ain't special.
Nope.
Wait, so she was cheating on her husband with you, and you think you're special, huh?
Right.
She would cheat on you with somebody else. You
Yep.
ain't
Yep.
special.
Either
For
you're
real.
married to or you're not.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Antoine Herron say OC turned the money over to Unique and then got low before Kanan took off his top. Unique did get a lot of money pulling up in the Benz and BMW and Chinchilla and stuff, but he did get that money from the Jersey Connect. But then again, did he what get money to make deals and then take some out to go shopping?
Yep. And he took
Or
that money and bought a hotel for
in a way, though, I
Vanessa,
kind
because
of
it's
like
gonna be a
this
matter of time
theory.
she gonna end up running away.
Hey,
yeah.
possibly.
I think
Yeah, because
small
she
fry
gonna
did it
Vanessa gonna
on his
end up running
own.
away from Unique.
Yeah,
I
I
think he
think
did it on his
Yeah, because
own.
she gonna end up running.
hold on, Steve. Go
Right.
ahead.
I think he just wanted information from OC. Like I don't think he wanted him to
Frodo
rob Kanan. I think that was on Kanan that did that. I think that was on OC that did that. I think that's just personal.
Frodo Baggins.
Yeah, Frodo took his loot. The ring is mine.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he got caught off guard.
yeah. I think he a little punk, and I wouldn't even be surprised if he did get that money to Unique, and
That would
he
be crazy, bro. That'd be
no,
like, wow.
he's like a
Wow. That would be
prostitute.
shocking.
It's like going and put in all that work, get the money, and then give it to the next one. Like you were basically is a hoe, basically,
Yeah.
straight
Yes.
up. I go and steal that money and double cross my friend. At least do it for yourself. You did all that and then gave it to him, and now you got to. Yeah, he's just pathetic. So
And his girl told him not to
He's
trust him.
stupid. He is stupid.
yeah,
Oh, he gotta go.
He tired of riding in that Chevy Chevette. He wanted he wanted Benz too. Shoot. Yeah,
Man, money rules everything, bro. Like it'll turn your family against you. So I mean, your
greed.
mom. I'm talking about where you came out of will turn against you for money. Okay, so you just like, oh, this, yeah.
It's the worst thing. What in my experience is that the mental gymnastics and things people do to justify what they doing. Well,
Mm-hmm.
he got this, or I didn't get this, or they didn't do this, or they didn't deserve that, or da 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 da. So that's your reason on why you did me wrong, or whatever. Like that's crazy. People can justify some of the wildest stuff out there, boy. Look at
Feels entitled to your money. Like
yeah.
everyone feels entitled for your money. They feel like for some reason they deserve a piece of it, or you owe them something. Remember that time I pulled that bully off you in third grade? Like what?
Right. I gotta pay you for the rest of my life for that now. What the yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So
Yeah. Especially when it's
it,
paid.
it, that's why see, Kanan, man, I don't know, man. I think Kanan's not as smart as he thinks he is. Like Kanan at this point is operating as a backstabbing lone wolf, but at the same time, he really,
Why you say backstabbing?
bro, because he's skimming the money. That's not his money. How you gonna get mad about somebody's money? How you
Well,
gonna get mad when somebody's stealing money you're skimming off of somebody else?
But I don't understand that either when they were saying he was skimming the money. So in my experience, so say he get a brick, a key, for example, from his mom. Okay, so say she want for easy purposes, she want 10 grand. Okay, so he gives her 10 grand, or if he don't have it, she front him 10 grand. So say he make, for example, 20 grand off that key. All he owe her is 10. The other 10 is his. Who is he skimming from? Is he only giving her 9 and not 10? She wouldn't do that. She say, where's my money?
All right,
Or
so
if you're buying it up front, then you need to come with the 10 grand up front and pay. And it's mine now. I cannot sell nothing. It don't matter to you. You got your 10 grand. I don't owe you nothing. So I don't get, who is he skimming from? Himself.
I feel like how they, you know what? I might not have the answer, but I feel like this is what I thought. I feel like he all right. So they say he works, he has a deal with Pops and Rocks or whatever their name is. Bunk and whoever that chick is. Yeah. So I feel like they said he worked for them, but he was getting his work from his mom, right?
Right.
He's getting his work from his mom.
Which is
so
confusing.
It is kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Only reason I said that is because they said it in the show.
They
but
did.
I kind of don't get it. I kind of don't get it. I thought that his mom was fronting him, and he just wasn't paying her. I don't know.
Well, how long would that last? I know it's your
mom. He ain't got shit anyway now, so it doesn't matter.
I guess. But then what he's skimming then? I don't know. They're not very clear on that, and I get it. Maybe they
You're right. They're not clear on it. They said he was skimming. The little midget said he was skimming. I mean, small person said he was skimming. So.
You ain't need to clarify it. But yeah. But that was the thing. And like when they was keeping all them records and books, I didn't understand that either. Like everything in my experience, which was around this time period, I don't know how things is now with all this digital stuff, but if they was working for him, either they gonna get fronted or they need to pay. So
true.
If they
that's how it still works.
That's how it works. So how is they keeping books? Books or what?
I know.
Either you gave me my money or you owe me my money, and I'm not gonna give you more than a certain amount where I can't remember. You know what I mean? He's gonna have you with $1 million tally with 25,000 different entries trying to remember. You know, hey, I gave you an ounce, you owe me money. Period.
Yeah. Here's this ounce. Bring me back 100.
Exactly.
That's it.
Or give me the 100 now, and then that's it. Ain't no writing down books.
Or give me 80 now. Give me 80 now because you're buying it straight up,
right?
And you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I don't know how they just said they said it in the show, so I said I don't know what the f he's doing for real, because I don't know what he's doing. How is he scamming if he's working for Pops and Rock or whatever? But he's getting his work from his mom. But who's he scamming? And he has his own business. So wait, I'm confused.
Unless he gotta pay them for what? The corners?
They're not supplying him with nothing.
So I don't know. What is he paying them for to be on the block, having them? Otherwise, they wouldn't let them operate. So
wait. Didn't they put the money up so he got started? I understand that. I can understand that. But how's he skimming money from his mom?
I don't know, man. It ain't that clear. They was probably hoping nobody thought about it enough.
But he's skimming money, so how you gonna get mad somebody stole the money you stole?
Antoine Herron say the only way he could be skimming is if he was stepping on the work and stretching it out and not telling anyone. That's still on him, though.
That's not skimming. That's just stretching the work and making him stretching the dollar. You might not have your business might not be good, but you know that ain't skimming. That ain't skimming. That's not skimming.
Making some whack product and stretching your money. And it's on him. It still had to pay that 10 or whatever and do whatever. And then he said, well, instead of making 20, if I stretch it, I'll make 30 or 40.
Yeah.
That's on him.
That's
though.
No.
Yeah. So,
yeah. They act like he was stealing money from somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was able to track that he'd been still skimming like, all this is mine. All this profit is mine. Skipping from who? You know, so Antoine say obviously Rock is still getting in her cut. So the only way that they could be happening is if he was tap dancing on the work.
What?
I still don't see how that would be skipping.
Listen, once you give me something, as long as I pay you back your money, it don't matter what I do with the drugs that I'm selling, dog. What are you talking about?
I cannot sell none of them at all.
Yes, I could. Listen,
I can sell it all for $1. That's just me being stupid. You
I
got
can put
yours.
yeah. As long as you get your money, it don't matter what I do with the drug. Like you ever see American Gangster when Frankie Brown's like, hey, as long as I can call whatever I want, as long as I, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
once I
Blue
buy it,
Zone.
it's mine. I can do
Right.
whatever I want with it. It don't matter. That don't matter, bro. Come on, man. That
See,
ain't it.
this is a brand name. This Blue Magic. This a brand name. You can call
Yes.
yours Blue Dog and all I care. But they ain't even brand and do what you want with it. Just leave my name off of it. That's all I'm saying. Which is Frank's point, which that's all he was trying to say, because you put
Yeah.
my name on yours and you stepped on it 1,000 times or whatever. You make
Yeah.
mine look weak. You make my
Yeah.
Coca-Cola look bad. You know what I mean? This ain't cola champagne.
But the thing he said was, once I buy something, I can do whatever I want with it. I can call whatever I want, and that's what it is. You can step on it as 1,000 times and call it whatever you want.
They both
But
had a point, though. They
he
were both
did,
right.
but the thing was that he bought it and it's his, and he was putting it out. He stepped on it 1,000 times. Frank wasn't stepping on his, and he was stepping on his, but they were calling it the same thing, and he stretched his out because he wanted to make more money. But that's not skimming. That's not skimming because he didn't owe Frank money
Right.
off of it because he bought it. You know what I'm saying?
Frank
You know
was
what I'm
actually
saying?
starting to apply real corporate rules to the street, which don't work.
True.
Don't
You're
work.
right.
There's no regulations, but I get what he was saying, but that don't work. You can't do it. They both were right, and they were both wrong.
Like if you got the best weed in town, and I decide that I got dirt, and I call it the same thing as you call yours.
Yep. And I've
Hey,
seen that 1,000 times.
happens all the time.
All the time.
Yes, happens
every
all
day.
the time.
Every day. So let's get up out of here, y'all. But
right,
I
man.
appreciate you for coming through. Steve, you want to say something before you go?
Yeah, I mean, I get this episode 9. I'm talking about how to stir, because you know when Kane either much find out if Rock though took out his grandma, and you know he gonna end up try to whack her. We talked about this yesterday on the show, so you know Rock got to do all she can to keep it a secret.
Yeah, Kanan might take that the wrong way. He feel that you did that because he still had hope she might be all right, even though that wasn't
That wasn't the case.
Yeah. So yeah, that might really make him, especially he already thinking she took out Famous, and you took out Grandma. You took out Grandma. I know you took out Famous. You took out D Wiz. You took out my father.
Yo, after I saw this episode, I really started thinking about the actual 50 Cent character as Kanan, and I was like, yo, when he was telling Tariq, you never kill nobody unless you kill somebody you love. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, yo, he's gonna kill his mom. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, it all makes sense now. This is why he said this, because I think he's gonna kill his mom, man. He hates her.
I agree.
Now, this is the reason, but she's a reason to hate her, okay? There's no, like, Tariq had no reason to hate fucking Ghost, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a reason. Kanan has every reason to want to kill his mama, and I get it.
They built it up the right way this time. They didn't do it with Ghost.
No, they didn't. They didn't. Tariq was a spoiled brat that didn't know shit, that lived in the elevator, a penthouse with an elevator door, and wanted to play gangster. And in real life, if that was a real person in real life, the shit that Tariq is doing, he would have been dead in a week.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and robbed and stripped butt naked, sent home.
Yeah. Embarrassed.
Embarrassed. Yeah.
Yes.
Real.
Or in jail or something. He would have been done. Finished.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they, like you said, they're doing Kanan the right way. The whole rift between him and his mom. Like, I kind of want to kill his mom for him. Like, yeah, man, fuck her. Like, get her. I got your back, Kay. I got your back, Kanan. Like, she's so bad, man. She's so bad. She's heartless. Like, she's heartless. She's ruthless. She has no respect for nobody. Not her brother, not her mother, not her son, not her business partners, not her anything. Not the cops, not her baby's daddy. Like, what? Who is this woman?
I know. Yeah, she all on her own. And
Yeah.
One Journey, I still don't buy this as much when Kanan said in Ghost that he was going to visit his mom. He could have went to the cemetery.
That's exactly where he had to go. I already got that in my head that he was going to the cemetery.
Yeah, and like what you said, I said that on the first reaction that I could see he gonna take her out, and the same thing. You never kill her till you take out someone you love. That's the first thing I thought of too.
Me,
I'm like,
bro, it popped. Oh wow, it makes sense now. Like once he looked at her and saw that, like, and he told his girl, like, "Yo, my mom killed Fame." I'm like, "Oh, he's about to smoke his mama." Yo, and you know what? Pregnant Jukebox. I'm not letting that go, bro. I believe that girl's pregnant. They're hiding her. Either she gained way too much weight or she is pregnant, man. They're hiding her way too much. Like, just look at her gut. Like, it's obvious.
She wear a lot of baggy stuff this season. They could have tried to. That's probably why they embraced the stud role, maybe, to hide and lean into that. Maybe, I don't know.
Let me get some head in the bedroom. I'm like, oh wow, girls do that too.
I was surprised too. One Journey, he could have went to grave or jail. That's true. Could have been jail. We'll see. We'll see.
You know, because episodes 8 probably gonna be the last, and we probably will take a break after that. I could be wrong though.
I think it is a break coming, although they normally didn't wait this long for a break.
The show started late, right? Like,
it started late in March to 7th.
Yeah,
because it supposed been dropping in January. It didn't happen.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, so
we'll see. I mean, there's nothing else on TV at this point, really.
No, because I say the show be coming up on
Godfather Harlem.
I hate that they both came out at the same time, though.
Yeah,
dude,
it's better that way.
Came out late in April.
Yeah, it's good, but at the same time, it was nothing on TV for a while.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the NFL draft, bro.
I mean, because they got some shows on to keep fans busy.
Well, hey man, I'm gonna get up out of here, fellas. But it was always good chatting and talking with you, Slim. Appreciate you, Steve.
Sir.
Yep, sir.
Let me hop on here, like, cause I, you know what? I don't want to be a pain in your ass and shit when I hop on here. So I don't want to hop on my time and shit, man.
No, man. y'all welcome anytime, man. So don't feel that way. Y'all good.
I just saying. That's saying. Thanks for having me on once again, man. And Steve, you the man.
I hear
Jay.
You. Steve be getting excited, boy. He's letting it out. Joyce Thomas. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate you for coming.
Peace.
All right,
peace out, man. Hey, definitely appreciate y'all for coming. You're welcome anytime. Encouraging Warrior, thank you for coming through as always. And the draft on Thursdays for the NFL for all of y'all football fans out there. Y'all like to see people with CTE like Unique. Hey, but anyway, I appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. And I'll see y'all on the next one. And peace. I'll be back Sunday talk about Godfather Harlem. So come on through. We talk about Godfather Harlem. Gotta get the doogie. I'm not gonna sell any more doogie. That's my bumpy. Frank Lucas about to come through. Frank Lucas in town. So hey, it about to get a little interesting up in here. They got Frank coming in here. He about to get some blue magic on deck. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be safe out there. It's starting to warm up, so you know people acting silly. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces.